Full-time RV life can throw you a curveball when you least expect it. We're in Asheville, North Carolina, enjoying this incredible city when we check the forecast. Temperatures are going to be dropping to the low 20s with a feels like of 8 degrees. When you live in an RV full-time, that's not just uncomfortable, that's potential disaster. We had 12 hours to protect our rig, and today we're showing you exactly what we did. Every step, every product, every decision we made to keep our home on wheels safe. But here's the thing, we're in Asheville for a reason. This is hands down one of our favorite cities in the entire country. So after we walk you through our cold weather emergency prep, we're also going to give you the complete Asheville RV guide. Where to stay, what to do, and a ridiculously fun tour you have to see to believe. Whether you're here for RV tips or travel inspiration, or both, we've got you covered. Let's get into it.
I mean, I almost should be wearing shorts. It's so warm outside right now here in Asheville. We've had a great couple weeks here, but the craziest thing is it's going to, in the next 48 hours, it's going to get down to like 24 degrees or something. So anyway, so what we're doing a little, not an emergency, I guess maybe you can call it that. We're going to do a run and go get some new propane. We're going to do some other things to make sure that we're ready for this cold snap that we have coming in. We're going to be burning through some major propane. So that'd be the first tip. Make sure that you stock up.
We also had to be a little proactive because we were supposed to leave here tomorrow. But tomorrow is the big cold snap. We didn't want to have to deal with those super low temps and everything. And it was going to be even colder where we were going. So we just extended our stay another day to kind of wait past the worst of it and then move on a better day where it won't be quite as bad. But I mean, it's gonna be cold and I'm probably gonna complain about it the whole time. But at least we're able to have time to get prepared and just be smart about it. So looking ahead at your travel plans and the temperatures and the weather, that's a kind of a really pro move because if you aren't paying attention, you wouldn't know that super cold snap's gonna happen or maybe that rainstorm or snow or whatever. So looking ahead at your travel days is pretty smart. And this RV park was super flexible, so that is good. But now we need to get to running because not only do we need propane, what else do we got to get?
I think we're going to go ahead and get some antifreeze and we'll show you why. Not the car kind, but the RV kind. Okay, here we are at Tractor Supply. We love Tractor Supply. It's like a beacon in the darkness, especially when you're out in the boonies. You can usually count on finding a Dollar General and a Tractor Supply. But we just think that they're the best place to pick up propane because, I mean, they're open 7 days a week. They're usually very easy to deal with. Their prices are reasonable. So, yeah, and plus, you can always find something else to buy. Gee, it's a good thing I got my New Orleans hoodie with me. Darlene doesn't freeze. It's crazy. It was like 70 degrees when we left 20 minutes ago from the RV, and now we got up here and it's pretty cool out. See, now she looks cool like me. She can be one of the cool kids.
I didn't know I needed a Christmas chicken, but
now that you do.
Now that I see it, I mean, you can justify carrying that around in an RV, right?
Style points. In case you wonder where Barry's fashion sense comes from. Look at that, 25 bucks. Can't beat it. All right.
I'm sorry, I'm working on him. He used to be cool. He was in a band.
I gotta say, I love the socks. Hey, who knew? Tractor Supply got RV stuff, including RV antifreeze. So excellent, saved us a trip. Okay, got the propane filled up. Okay, the thing is about propane, you definitely want to top off before you know that you're going into a freeze, because it's not just about keeping the inside of your RV warm and toasty like where you are, it's also about keeping your bay heated up, because that's where all your stuff is, right? That's where all your plumbing is. So the way these RVs are built is that they also heat the bottom of the RV and keep it from freezing. So really important to keep your propane topped off, because when it gets down freezing, you're going to go through a lot of propane in a short period of time. Oh, and one other thing, it's okay to use like space heaters and stuff, or even the like we have our little fireplace, which is basically just an electric space heater, but you don't want to use them too much, especially not right by your thermostat, because you don't want to trick your thermostat into turning off the furnace and turning off the propane, which turns it off down below. So don't become overly reliant on the electric heaters. Okay, step 2 is definitely deal with your water. Why? Because your hoses are going to freeze if you leave them out during the freezing. So you're going to have big giant popsicles. It's happened to us once in 3.5 years just because we forgot and didn't pay attention. What's the worst case in that situation? Of course, it means you're not going to be able to have water until your hoses thaw out. What you absolutely don't want to have happen in your RV at all is you don't want your interior plumbing to freeze up. That's another topic, but let's just talk about the hoses out here. So we're going to go ahead and fill our fresh water tank before we do any of that, because we're going to be having water inside running from our fresh water tank using the water pump like we were going off grid. Now, another thing that you could do is you could go ahead and secure your water spigot at the RV campground. You may not think about that, but this metal, of course, metal gets colder faster than anything else, right? And so in that situation, you could actually wrap it with like a pool noodle and like maybe tape it up, even put a towel over it, just to keep the water from freezing up right at the spigot. Because even if you have all your hoses and everything are golden, but your spigot is frozen up, you're still not going to have any fresh water in the morning.
So why are we not getting a heated hose?
In 3.5 years of full-time RVing, we haven't seen the need for having a heated hose. I know for those of you who love your heated hoses, please chime in down below. We just don't like to stay in cold places. Why? Ask Darlene. Darlene's she's not a cold weather girl. And so us being Floridians, maybe that's just part of it. So we haven't felt the need to invest in a heated hose because we just don't try to stay in cold places very often. We just think the better method, or certainly the cheapest method, is to just wrap up your hoses, put them in the heated bay. Another pro tip in regard to your water is that you might want to go ahead and open your cabinets so you have airflow or warm airflow that's going through the RV to your pipes underneath. Now, you may be thinking, you guys have an island in the middle of the RV. That's probably not going to happen for us, but there's lots of RVs that have sinks on this side of the RV. And if like I've come in here of a morning, and I can always tell by my coconut oil because it freezes practically. Anything that's exposed to this side of the RV typically is going to get really cold. So it could definitely freeze your pipes. Very an easy thing to do. Just open your cabinets up and let that warm air circulate. Hey, one quick disclaimer. This video is really not meant to be about how to live in the winter like an Eskimo in the frozen tundra in an RV for months or a year. This is really, there are plenty of good videos on YouTube about that kind of thing. We are definitely not the people that camp like that. This video is really meant more about like the situation that we're in. We're in Asheville right now. As you can tell, I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. It's totally gorgeous. And then in the next 48 hours, it's going to dip down into like the 20 some odd degree range. We're just trying to keep our pipes from freezing up and keep us from having an incident. So if that sounds more like you, that's really about what this video is about. Okay, so let's talk about tank heaters. You want to start your warming of the tanks early before things start freezing, because it's going to have an easier time keeping the water warm as opposed to trying to thaw a frozen tank. You want to leave them anywhere from 1/3 to 1/2 full. It's easier for the tank heaters to heat a tank that has some liquid in it as opposed to an empty tank. Okay, let's talk about antifreeze. Do you want to use it when you have tank heaters? And the answer is you don't have to. That's really what the tank heaters are for, but you can use them for your traps. You know, the thing under your sink where it goes like this, that could freeze if, you know, especially like if you're sleeping overnight and it freezes, or you're going to be gone all day, maybe snow skiing or something, and then you've got the RV is going to get really cold. You could put this in your traps, but you need to let it sit there. So that means that you're going to just pour this in there right before you go to bed and just let it sit there. Because if you use your sink, you're just going to drain it into the tank. You don't really want that. So as far as how much, you could put this in your sink, about a cup. When it comes to your shower, you want to do a little bit more as far as the trap goes. Put a couple cups down there, and then in your toilet, you could put it down inside the bowl and just flush a little bit down there so it gets into the valve, and then just let it sit on the top. And again, that's right before you go to bed. Just take care of that, and then in the morning, just flush it on down. Okay, so if you don't have tank heaters, you definitely need to play the antifreeze game big time in your tanks. So you want to have a lot of antifreeze down there, and you don't want to have any water down there. So you definitely want to drain them first, and then depending on how large your tanks are, you're going to add anywhere from a half a gallon to a gallon, or maybe even more, depending on how big your tanks are. So we were researching for this episode, and I was taking a look at eTrailer.com, and I noticed that they have these, they're like these peel and stick tank heaters. So if you don't have tank heaters, you can get them, and they're really inexpensive. In theory, you would really only need to put one of these on your fresh tank. So for $40, that's really nothing. And then, because with your gray tank and your black tank, you could probably just use antifreeze in those. You wouldn't need to put one of these. You could, and you could actually daisy chain these. So you could wire them all together if you wanted to do that. They work off a 12 volt. So they're probably really easy to wire. The other really cool thing is that you can use these on steps as well. So if you have those metal steps and they get icy, this would keep those from icing up on you. And the other great thing is that they have a thermostat that automatically kicks in. So you don't really even have to think about it. They basically just start, if it reaches 45 degrees, they just kick on. And then once it reaches 67 degrees, it shuts itself off. Yeah, I think it's a really good solution. It's a heck of a lot better than needing a new tank because your tank cracked. And if you checked out down here, they've got a lot of really great reviews, 115 5-star reviews. It's pretty good for a product like this, so I definitely would check this out. Another thing to check out on eTrailer, if you're in a situation where you feel like the heat from your furnace is not circulating well enough down in your basement, and your pipes and your pumps and stuff like that are in danger of freezing, this is definitely something you want to check out. This is a 400 watt forced air heater, and it's designed specifically for RV bays and basement storage. And what it does is just circulates that warm air down there, and it automatically kicks on. That's the cool thing, is that it has a thermostat that will automatically kick on at 40 degrees, and then once it reaches 55, it shuts itself off. So you don't have to babysit it. And the thing I like about with eTrailer is, especially if you go down here, you'll see all these questions that people have asked about it. They get professional answers from the crew here at eTrailer. And of course, you can always call eTrailer, or you can chat with them, and a real person in the United States will actually get on the phone or get on the chat with you and answer your questions. Definitely check this out. Okay, another big thing, of course, we have to deal with our sewer. So we're definitely not going to leave our sewer hose and all that stuff just kind of hanging out, because it probably has a thin layer of water all the way down the pipe, and that is going to freeze, and it's probably going to crack, and none of us want that. Okay, so we are going to leave liquid in our tanks, either about a 1/3 or to a half full in the tanks, but we're not going to leave any liquid, if at all possible, in the pipe, because if that happens, you're going to have a poop sickle, and nobody wants that. Now, you may be wondering about the whole skirting topic. Well, bottom line is, we're really not going to cover that in this video, because we don't have really any experience with skirting. We've been on the road full time for 3.5 years, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't look into it, especially if you're going to be in a cold area for a week or two, or maybe longer, because wind underneath your RV will absolutely cool your RV down in a big way, and could absolutely attribute to the freezing of your pipes and all that stuff. In our scenario, we don't feel like we need them, but again, I would encourage you, there are plenty of great videos about skirting with the pros and cons of different types on YouTube. I would definitely encourage you to check it out if that would be of interest to you, but we're not going to cover that in this video.
Okay, so a few things that you can also do to try to keep it warm and toasty inside is, if you're anything like us, you know certain cabinets get extra cold. We notice it. Barry said, like, when we get up in the morning, like, our mugs will be really, really freezing. So I think what we'll probably do is open up those cabinets, let the heat get in there. So you probably know which cabinets that you have that do that, so it's a good idea. Other things that you can do, most people think Reflectix only in the summer to keep that heat out. It can also keep the heat in. So obviously for us, you know, we have really big windows, and most of the time I would say this is a pro, but the con can be that the heat can escape. So what you can do is put your Reflectix up in the windows on those really, really cold days, and it's going to keep things warmer inside. So that's something you can try as well. A couple more things you can consider. So we do not have dual pane windows. So we are going to basically run our dehumidifier, because if you ever notice, like if you get up early and it's a cold morning, sometimes you'll have the moisture on your windows. This will help cut down on moisture inside, and that's going to keep you warmer and drier. So I think what we'll probably do is just start it before we go to bed and let it run all night. We have 2 or 3 of them, so we put them in different rooms. We love these little power stations. They pack a lot of power. So I was really worried that, okay, I'm like thinking of worst case scenarios, because that's just how my brain works. Don't know why. But if we lose power, what do? Well, we have the whole RV5 set up in solar, and most likely we'd be fine. But I tell you what, if you have one of these power banks, this is the 200 in it, the Bluetti. This thing will power a ton. So if you did lose power, if you had this charged up, you could immediately go plug into it. We have run our computers, our monitor, internet, TV, all our devices off of this one unit. I mean, it's obviously not going to last forever, but maybe just get you by until your power comes back on if you don't have a solar setup or battery setup. So that's definitely something to consider. And I do think we have a coupon for Bluetti. I'll put that on the screen if we had it, because we really do like this brand. It's been great for us so far. So these are just a few things that are super easy to do that can make all the difference when you have those really cold temps outside. So the last thing we're going to do, we have been working on projects and doing all kinds of exploring and all that. So we have stuff everywhere right now. So obviously the last thing we're going to do is we're going to put everything away. We're not leaving anything out. We're going to pack the bikes up, put them on the rack, put the cover over them, because we want everything protected against the cold that's to come. And to be honest, we are going to be leaving when it's really cold. So I don't want to be doing any of that when it's freezing outside, because you know I hate the cold. So I think that's the next thing on the list. And then we'll be pretty much set up for this cold weather that's coming. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Oh boy. Let's see how this goes.
All right, 7 o'clock in the morning. It's the first pee of the day for the dog, not for me.
Okay.
Let me show you what we got going on out there. It's a winter wonderland. So we're still here in Asheville, and our game plan, waiting on the dog to do his business. So the game plan was to head to a friend's house up in Tennessee in the mountains. And so Darlene and her have been texting back and forth about the road conditions, just mainly about the road to get there. It's mountain pass, and it's got some frozen conditions, at least at this point. It's going to get above freezing today, both in Asheville and on the road to Tennessee. But yeah, so we're just going to have to make the determination of whether or not it's going to be safe to travel today, or if we should just wait until tomorrow. We prefer to leave today just because of our future plans and how long we're supposed to be there and all that, but then again, we got to play it safe. Hugo hasn't spent too much time in the snow. I think this is his only his second time. I think the other time we were in Roswell, New Mexico, and got an unexpected dusting of snow overnight. So not sure. I think he probably doesn't like it because it blocks the smells. So he's feeling a little bit lost.
Well, we finally made it out.
Yeah, so, bumpy road. So we are on the road to Tennessee. We just left Asheville, North Carolina about an hour ago. And so from the time it snowed, it's been 24 or 48 hours. I can't remember. We were going to leave that day. That was our plan.
Yeah, the day that it snowed.
And because we thought, well, maybe once we get in Tennessee, it's going to get better. Wow, this is a bumpy road.
Yeah, it was getting worse. In fact, we were checking with our friends who whose house we're going to in Tennessee, and they were like, we just got several inches, and we started looking at the passes, and it really just made more sense to go to the campground and say, hey, can we just add on another day?
Yeah, because bottom line is, who wants to go through a mountain pass and deal with icy conditions? Not this guy. I didn't want to do that. I certainly knew that Darlene didn't want to be a passenger seat in that scenario. So,
and I did look up, and this is a tip you can do is, I mean, yeah, I have the drive weather apps, but they don't tell you road conditions on most of those apps. They just tell you the weather, right? And so I started looking at the transportation highway department websites where they have cameras and road conditions listed. And basically I looked in both North Carolina and Tennessee along the route we were gonna go. And there's a one pass that we needed to go through, and that was the one that was icy conditions. And it just made more sense to not put ourselves in kind of that 7% grade, 6% grade?
yeah.
Yeah, and with a chance of it being icy. And we were looking at the temperatures, and the temperatures in the pass were still under freezing. So yeah, it was just a smart move just to go, you know what, we don't need to be in a rush. Let's just stay one more day. We'll get to our friend's house. And this road sucks so much that our dash cam just thought we had an accident and saved the video. So there you go.
Figures it's been smooth this whole time.
Yeah.
Decided to film.
No, it's because we decided to film something. Yeah, I don't always do truck or traveling videos because I don't really love that, but it just made sense to update you guys that we finally did leave Asheville and get on the road. But we did some really cool stuff in Asheville that we want to share with you.
Yeah, check it out.
Yep.
Asheville holds a special place in our hearts. We first visited here years ago, before we even started a channel. And honestly, it became one of our favorite places in the entire country. So much so that we knew we had to come back and share it with you properly. And there's another reason we wanted to come and return now. This community has been through hell recovering from the devastating hurricane flooding last year. We wanted to spend time here again, support these local businesses, and show you why this place is so worth visiting, especially now as they continue to rebuild. What makes Asheville perfect for RV travelers? It's this incredible mix of art, nature, culture, and just pure fun. Mountain views, craft everything, creative energy everywhere you look, and some of the friendliest people you'll ever meet. Whether you're into hiking, history, quirky tours, or just soaking up good vibes, this place delivers. We set up camp at Rutledge Lake RV Park in Fletcher. Now this is just south of Asheville, but it's a great location with easy access to everything. This place has nice clean facilities, a cute little store, and a friendly office staff. But if you're looking for something a little more upscale with incredible mountain views, we've heard amazing things about Mama Gertie's Hideaway and also Campfire Lodgings, though it'll cost you a bit more. One place we'd recommend skipping is the Asheville West KOA. Way too much highway noise for our liking. No visit to Asheville is complete without driving the Blue Ridge Parkway. This scenic highway is absolutely stunning, especially during the fall when we visited.
What do you think of the Blue Ridge Parkway drive so far?
Wow, it's incredible. We're only about, 15 minutes outside Asheville. We started going up the mountain, and here we are.
We originally planned to hit Craggy Pinnacle and Craggy Garden trails. They're probably the most popular hikes, but unfortunately they were still closed from the storm damage.
So I'm here at the Craggy Rock Visitor Center. They're in the back. We just went in there, and if you can see behind me, there's a tunnel back there that's closed, and so that would go up to the Craggy Rock overlook, which is way up there. And we went and talked to the visitor center, and they said that your closed means closed. You're not even supposed to go up there on foot, and that still has to do with hurricane damage. I'm pretty sure I can see some people up there, but either way, we're going to respect their authority and not go up there. But yeah, a little bit of a bummer, but we've actually already been up there many years ago when we first started RVing. As you can see, this is just a beautiful area. We'll debate whether or not we want to take this other trail that apparently is at the south end of the parking lot, so we'll see.
So we adapted and did a hike called Masters Park to Haw Creek Valley Overlook. Wow, we were not disappointed. The fall colors were at their peak, leaves were crunching under our feet, and those mountain views were pure magic. Okay, so this was definitely worth the payoff.
Agreed. And it turns out we missed our trail.
That's right.
The reason we started going up that steep hill was because we missed our turn. We were supposed to turn and come here. So there was a payoff because we determined that hill just kept going and going and going. Oops.
Yeah. But it's definitely worth it. It's cool. There's like a rocky area here and you can sit and have a nice snack. Now, if you want to do a full day of nature without the steep climbs, the North Carolina Arboretum is an absolute must visit. For just $20 a vehicle, you get all-day access, and you can come and go as you please. We're talking 434 acres of stunning gardens and natural areas with over 10 miles of hiking and biking trails. Everything from easy paved paths to moderate forested trails like Bent Creek Trail and Hard Times Trail. What we like the most? The variety. 1 minute you're walking through beautifully designed garden spaces. The bonsai exhibit alone is totally worth the price of admission. And next you're surrounded by native forest and fall foliage. And because you can come and go all day, you could split your visit. Hike in the morning, head to town for lunch, and then come back for a sunset walk. The flexibility is perfect for the RV lifestyle. If you're in town on a Saturday morning, you absolutely have to check out the North Asheville Tailgate Market up at the UNCA campus. This isn't your typical small town farmer's market. This thing is serious. We're talking dozens of vendors with everything from farm fresh eggs and locally raised meats to artisan breads and homemade jams, fresh produce, honey, and so much more. The energy here is incredible. Live music, the smell of fresh baked goods, the farmers who are so passionate about what they grow. What we love about markets like this is that genuine connection to the community. You're not just buying produce, you're meeting the people who grew it, hearing the stories, supporting local agriculture. It's that authentic small town America experience that reminds you why exploring this country is so rewarding.
But that was fun. So we went to 2 farmers markets. We went to the downtown Asheville market, which is, I think, year-round maybe.
It was called the City Market.
The City Market, yeah. And it was smaller, cute, but we thought they told us that there was another one here at the college, University of North Carolina, Asheville. And so we came to this one, and it was definitely...
Yeah, this is the big one.
This is the big one. So if you're going to pick one, this one might be the better one to do it. But a lot of different variety. Obviously, we're here in the winter, so the produce is winter produce. So, or fall produce, I guess you should say. But a lot of different stuff. And it's really charming here. We kind of laugh because we're like totally not hip enough for this city.
I mean, they absolutely had this sense of style here in Asheville, and it was like in full display at the farmers
market. It's like the mountain vibe, the mountain hippie.
Everybody's got like that hippie mountain kind of vibe, but you know that their outfit probably costs $500. But it's supposed to look like they bought it at a secondhand store. I don't know.
But it's part of the charm. I mean, anytime you go anywhere, if you go to LA, it has an LA vibe. You go to New York City, it has a New York City vibe. This just has that kind of laid back, hippie mountain kind of thing going on, and it's pretty cool. I mean, it's part of the reason I like it here so much. But so I think it's definitely worth coming to if you're in the area. Is check out the farmers
100%.
markets. I love farmers markets. You know me.
All right, so here's the thing about Asheville. It's weird, like wonderfully, unapologetically weird. And nothing captures the spirit better than the Lazoom Comedy Bus Tour. We'd done this haunted comedy tour on our first visit years ago, and it's literally one of the reasons we wanted to come back. Yes, it's that good. The experience starts with this wild bar and staging area. Think funky, eclectic, pure Asheville vibes. You can get a drink while you wait, and here's the best part. They make you this little cooler of drinks that you can then take on the bus, because apparently drinking while doing the tour is very much encouraged here. Then your host gets on board, and host doesn't quite capture it. Think part comedian, part historian, part chaos coordinator. They're weaving stories about Asheville's haunted past with off-color humor that had us crying laughing. But wait, it gets better. Random characters jump on and off the bus throughout the route, each one adding their own bizarre twist to the narrative. It's theater, it's comedy, it's history lesson, it's completely unpredictable. Honestly, in all our travels, this remains one of our most memorable tours we've ever experienced in any city. If you're doing only one thing in Asheville besides hike, do this. Just embrace that weirdness.
All right, it's Saturday fun day. We're about to head out to Asheville. We're gonna go to a street fair and go riding around downtown. And we're gonna take our electric foldable e-bikes, the XP lights, which I am super excited about, our little bin configuration. If you watched our last video, we bought these 40-gallon bins, not 50-gallon. Everybody's been asking about the size of the bins. So we bought these at Home Depot. And so basically, we're trying to do as little as possible with these bikes to make it super easy to put in the truck, and then take it out of the truck, set up, go ride. So, okay, I can pick it up. Usually we would do this to 2 people, but somebody's got to hold the camera, so I'm gonna just dump this in here like this, and we're gonna see if we can just get away with doing this. Now, we could break down the handlebars and fold them down, but we thought, if we don't have to do that, why do it? Okay, or not. Watch this.
Yeah, and to be honest, guys, when you're in certain cities, having the bikes on the back and the rack on the back makes it even harder to find parking sometimes. So not always. We're gonna basically go down, park on the outskirts, and ride our bikes in, because this festival is probably gonna be super busy.
Yeah, that's the other great thing about bringing e-bikes into a downtown area, is you can just go find parking somewhere, anywhere, and then ride to your destination. And yeah,
It's so much more simple than trying to search for outdoor, non-garage parking space with a dually.
Yeah, we've already found out that Asheville, as much as we love it, man, your parking situation kind of sucks.
Downtown, yeah, it does. So I guess that's it, and we'll get going. Let's go have some fun.
One of our favorite days was loading up our electric e-bikes and cruising into Asheville's Arts District. This is where the city's creative soul really shines. The River Arts District is this incredible collection of working artist studios, galleries, and creative spaces, most of them in former industrial buildings along the French Broad River. You can watch artists at work, chat with them about their process, and pick up one-of-a-kind pieces you won't find anywhere else. Okay, so I got something for the RV. Oh, the places we will go. Isn't it cute?
All right, cutting you off. This place cost us way too much money.
That's a problem?
Yeah, there's not an endless flow.
I don't see that problem. This area was hit particularly hard by the flooding, so visiting and supporting these local artists means everything right now. The resilience and the creativity we saw here was genuinely inspiring. These folks could really use your support, and if you're in the area, please go do some shopping and help them get back on their feet.
Oh, the best kind.
The best kind, that's right,
I know,
unique.
you get serious style points for, traveling around the country just to get gifts for people.
I do. I see gifts for people all the time. I just have to hold back and not go crazy. So. And speaking of embracing the good life, we capped off our bike ride day at New Belgium Brewery. After cruising through the Arts District all afternoon, this was the perfect way to wind down. New Belgium's Asheville location is massive and gorgeous, situated right along the French Broad River with incredible outdoor space. We grabbed a drink, found a great spot on the lawn, and just exhaled.
So New Belgium, this brewery is a total vibe. I mean, it's like there's probably, I don't know, 600 or 700 people here.
It's a huge place, though.
Yeah, it is a gorgeous Saturday afternoon. It just couldn't be any more perfect weather-wise. And the last time we were here, they were actually having a music fest. That's kind of what drew us here. We just heard the music and came up here. We just love the vibe of this place. I just love that there's so many young families. They come here and they hang out, chatting with friends. You could tell that a lot of these people know each other, obviously, and it's not like only just a single scene or that
No.
kind of vibe. This is
Definitely a family thing.
it feels like this is where Asheville just comes to hang out, on the weekends, and it's just a really cool place.
Yeah, it really is. It's a kind of like a destination / afternoon. I mean, I think if you visit town, you got to come see it. I don't even drink beer, and I love coming here.
Yeah, and I mean, it is a massive campus, and they've got 3 food trucks here.
They do tours, so you can actually get a tour. We have yet to do that at one of these places, but I saw it on their website. They have events, they have different music they bring in, and they have different local events here. So they're really, really big into the community. And
they've got some famous beers. They've got Fat Tire, which is a famous beer, and they've got Voodoo Ranger, which actually through the pandemic, Voodoo Ranger was like one of the few IPAs that we could get at Publix grocery, and my son and I drank a lot of Voodoo Ranger beer. So here's to you, New Belgium, for keeping us happy during the pandemic.
Asheville proved to us once again why it's such a special place. From those stunning mountain views on the Blue Ridge Parkway to creative energy at the Arts District, from the community spirit at the farmers markets to the pure joy of that ridiculous bus tour, this city just works. Sure, the weather threw us a curveball at the end. Welcome to mountain living, right? But honestly, that's part of the adventure, and it's the part of why we do this. And seeing this community bounce back after such devastating floods, it's just reinforced what we already knew. Asheville's spirit can't be broken. The people here are as resilient as they are creative, and they deserve our support. This is a place we'll keep coming back to again and again. And if you haven't been yet, put it on your list. Now, get out there and live, travel, and explore like there's no tomorrow.